Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking on Capnclydes MTG. I am interrupting your Doctor Who box opening series for this news. Set and draft boosters are going away in Magic the Gathering. So, let's talk about it and what they're replacing it with. Before we get started, don't forget comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, the comments down below, feed the YouTube algorithm. Links in the description to eBay, TCG Player. Go there. Check out for some sweet cards. Help support the channel. Subscribe. Follow on Rumble. We're on Rumble now. Ba-dum-bum. So, helps keep the channel sponsor free. I do appreciate it. So, with all that said and done, let's talk about play boosters. So, guys, if you guys are watching this, it's probably going to come out early on the 17th as I took some time to mull over this news, and I'm going to walk through it and kind of give you my thoughts on it. But yeah, so set and draft boosters are going away to be replaced by something called play boosters. So the article here with Wizards talks about it. They talk about how since 2018 they have been trying to figure a way to unfuck tabletop. Wait a minute, were we too far in the video yet? Probably not. Probably demonetized. Oh, we'll try harder next time. They try to unfuck Magic that they've really just done themselves. They think that a majority of the players who open boosters don't play limited format, draft or sealed. Imagine that. It's almost like it's a collectible card game or something. Who knew? So anyway, they want to know how to fix it. So it says here that they don't plan on changing collector boosters. Players who buy collector boosters enjoy them, and of course they make a butt ton of money off of them. But they will be customizing them in the future. So expect your collector boosters to change too. So that could mean a lot for some of the older product as we move into the new zone when draft and set are no longer available, especially draft. What does that mean for older product? Oh boy, that's a tough conversation to have. Could get a lot more popular. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, it says that set boosters were a success here when they got implemented. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, of course they were because they had the list slot, so forth and so on. So now they want to talk about some problems. So problem number one they want to talk about is set boosters eclipse draft boosters. Who would have thought that for a couple dollars more, if you made a pack that had a possibility of 2 to 3 rares instead of 1, and a chance for a rare or mythic in the select box, in the list slot, that people would rather buy set boosters than draft? My God, who would have came to that conclusion? It's almost like they watched my videos as I did a recap of all the boxes I opened, draft versus set, and it always came out that set was better value. Oh my God. Anyway. Cheap plug for the channel. Moving on. So, obviously set boosters are not designed for limited, so people are buying set boosters instead of drafting for limited, which I get what they're saying, but people not drafting and people buying set boosters are two different things. People buy a draft because they want to play draft. If they're buying set, it's because they don't want to play draft. Before, yes, draft boosters sold better. You know why? There were no other options to buy. So whether you draft or not, you still buy draft boosters. This is not rocket science. And people came up with the idea that set boosters were taken away from draft, didn't realize how bad draft has gotten and the reason why nobody really plays it. So, anyway, moving on. Problem number 2, it causes inventory problems. This I can attest to. So many different products. You don't know if it's draft or if it's set. One sells, one doesn't. You get stuck holding the bag. Now, with that said, this also kind of looks like, it says once upon a time a store just had one booster to buy in a Magic set. So when they bought, now every set releases with set boosters and draft. Most of their customers prefer set boosters but limited play. No. They don't prefer set boosters and limited play. They like limited play. They want set boosters to open for prizes. Because set boosters are better for prizes and draft are made for draft. Well, that's why it's called a draft booster. God, these guys really don't get it. I mean, they did a study and they still don't fucking understand what they're talking about. Anyway. The extra product that gets thought around also is from the overprinting. It's not the fact that it wouldn't sell. I mean, actually, technically, it is the fact that it wouldn't sell. But it wouldn't sell because you made so much of it. My God. Like, it's amazing how they can't just recognize that they are the cause of all this. Instead, they want to come up with these other reasons and be like, well, we didn't do anything wrong, but we're going to fix it. God, it sounds like government. Jesus. Anyway. So, this problem number 3 began the abandonment of draft boosters. Well, nobody's going to buy draft if you can buy another pack for almost the same price and get guaranteed double or triple the rares and better cards. Like, let's not just be stupid here. So, it says here having 2 different types of boosters was causing strain, and well, stores were opting to buy set boosters. Yes, this came at expensive limited play. No, the expensive limited play came at your piss poor management. Let's not play this off on set boosters. People are not happy with set boosters as they are. The whole booster fun thing that people are pissed about with all the extra printings of cards are what people are pissed about. Nothing to do with draft. God, these guys are ignorant. So, limited play, especially draft, is a huge part of the Magic ecosystem. Well, when you don't screw it 5 ways to Friday, it is. Important part of in-store activity, yada, yada, yada. I've never had set boosters be the problem of why people don't draft at the local store. It's the environment, the set itself, and how Wizards runs their shit. As much as they hate to hear that, guess what? The truth hurts, and you're about to be bullwhipped with it because you just don't listen. It causes confusion in the marketplace. The only people it's going to confuse are people who are trying to get into the game or buy for their kids for the first time. So to that point, yes, it can cause confusion. And you don't need all this extra crap. Maybe an individual, it says here, maybe an individual who buys draft boosters when they mean to buy set boosters. This is, if they can admit that the problem is it's too confusing to have two different types of booster packs to buy, but these are the same ignorant people who can't admit that having 4 different artworks of the same card is not a problem. I don't see how that maths, unless you're doing 1 + 1 = 3, and then these guys are really on top of it. But anyway, problem number 5. The Magic, it makes some Magic boosters less desirable. No. You make Magic boosters less desirable because of how you run the business and how you print your product. I mean, you want to charge Commander boosters $400 for a set box, and then come out with a $120 set box or $110 draft box that has the exact same cards in it. That's on you, buddy. So, wake up and smell the stuff you're shoveling. I might as well just say shit. Nobody's probably listening to this late in the video. Anyway. Problem number 6. Every booster buyer isn't getting all the cool stuff. Yeah. No shit. Nothing is cool when everything is supposed to be cool. I don't think you understand how that works. If everything is special, nothing is special. You have to have just the cards and then some cool cards. You can't have, here are the cards, here's the alternate version of those cards, and the alternate version of those cards, and then the triple alternate versions of those cards. And then we're going to have some special cards, but then we're going to get into foils. Like, come on. Jesus. Yeah. If everybody got something cool, then it wouldn't be cool anymore. That's the whole point. The card game itself is good enough by itself. The art is great. Stop acting like censorship idiots and just give people what they want, which is a card game that plays, that doesn't care about any of your pandering to the people who get butthurt over dumb stuff in fantasy. Anyway, moving on. There wasn't enough cards. Well, yeah, set boosters only have 12 cards for a reason. You didn't want to give us more cards because draft had 15 because that's what made draft playable. And also, set boosters weren't made to be drafted. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, God. So, anyway, issue number 2, the colors weren't balanced. Well, I think anybody who's watched my openings or opened any pack of their own knows very good and well that the set boosters are balanced like Stevie Wonder on a car. It just doesn't happen. We get cards that are back-to-back the same in collectors, set boosters, all the time. The set boosters, they even came out with it saying it was supposed to be themed for colors. So if you got a blue card in an uncommon slot, you're probably going to get a blue card in every slot or a card that plays with blue in that color. Why? I don't know. They had an idea. They thought it was neat because stupid? I don't know. Anyway, issue number 3. The ratio of rarities would have to shift. Duh. So draft boosters, it says here, 10 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare or mythic. We know that. Set boosters have 3 to 6, 3 to 6, 1 to 4, which is, I don't know how they got that math, but I mean, I guess you can throw anything at a wall and see what sticks. We need some variance in the slots. No, you didn't need variance in the slots. You need less variance. You need one kind of card, just be done with it. We also want to keep the likelihood of 1 to 4 rares and mythic rares as the number one reason cited why players like set boosters. Yeah, you gave them more rares in a pack for almost the same cost. Why would they like that one better? God, who knew? Who knew? Anyway, next we have we would have to change how we made sets. No, you didn't. You have to change how the cards are packaged, not how the sets are made. Don't get it twisted because you've had piss poor design for years and you've screwed the game 5 ways to Friday and you want to try to blame this as the reason why you're going to change. No, you're going to change because every other card game in existence is doing better than you and you're in a toilet bowl and it's slower spiral down, turd boy. Anyway, this is Rosewater's post, by the way. Just saying, for reference. So, it says here, now that we've walked our way through what we changed, let's get into the specifics, yada, 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 yeah. So let's take a look at what the play booster is going to look like. So we got this hot mess. So in slots 1 through 6, we're going to have commons. Slot 7 is a list or a common. Slot 8 through 10 is going to be uncommons. Slot 11 is a rare or mythic. Slot 12 is a basic land. Slot 13 is a non-foil wild card, whatever that means. And slot 14 is a foil wild card. And then slot 15 is an add, token, helper, art card, yada, yada, yada. So there's a possibility of getting a rare or mythic here. Rare or mythic here. Land. Rare or mythic here. So 1, 2, 3. Possibly a rare in the list spot, depending on what's on the list. So technically that's your number 4, where it says draftable up to 4 rares. Yeah. So that's what they've decided they want to do with packs moving forward. They go down here, they talk about it. So, like, the common list card, a common card for the main set, 87% of the time. Almost 10% of the time will be a common, uncommon, normal reprint from the list. 1.5% for rare mythic. 1.56 for special guest card from the list. I have no idea what that means. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It says here, addition of special guest cards will be 40 cards. No, that's not one in. Special guests will change the set. 2 Lost Cabins Vixlons will not have play booster yet. Anyway. So, land, foil, it talks about all that silliness here. Token, play, aid, or add card, 65% art card, 30%, 5% art card with a signature. The difference from set boosters. +2 playable cards. No connected commons or uncommons. Duh. -1 non-foil wild card, -1 non-playable object, token, so forth. Only 1 in 3 opportunity of an art card. That's where they're already at in set boosters. Differences from draft boosters based on default. Potential 4 extra rares or mythics. -1 playable card, -3 commons, non-foil, traditional wildcard foil, opportunity for list. So when can we expect play boosters? Here's probably a good question everybody wants to know. Play boosters will premiere with Murders at Karlov Manor. This means Lost Caverns Echelon and Ravnica Remaster will not have them. So those will be the last chances you get to have draft and set separately. We're telling the world early as it will impact how stores order the product. Play boosters will sell for the same price as set boosters. Oh, there it is. Eliminating the cheaper product so only the expensive product remains. Got it. I see you money-grubbing bastards. Anyway. Play booster display boxes, however, will have 36 booster packs like draft. Okay, that's a bonus. That's probably going to even out the cost of the money, but how much does it really cost from the print this crap? As 2 boxes are exactly enough for 8-player draft, for 3 8-player drafts, because that is 6 more boosters than set. We know that. Be aware the price of a play booster display box will be higher than that of a set booster box. Ugh, God. Play boosters will sell for the same price as set boosters. And then below it, it says, be aware the price of a play booster display box will be higher than that of a set box. How does that make any sense? The love of God. Do they think people don't read these? I mean, honestly, I skipped a lot of it. But let's be serious. Like, seriously? Like, God, just really? So as any announcement, it raises some questions. It raises lots of questions, like how stupid are you? So I thought it would take a moment to answer these questions, yada yada. Will play boosters make draft less fun? R&D believes it will not, because R&D's never got anything wrong. Right? Right? Yeah, oh boy. So we've been working hard for years to understand the impacts that play boosters will have on draft. I'm sure you have. Adopting new buildings, accommodate sets, card off keepably design and balance to play boosters in mind, yada yada yada. If play boosters have more rare / mythic rares on average, will that mean more bombs than limited? Yes. Yes, it does. There'll be more cards of a rare mythic power level, but adapting to making sure that players have more answers to these lower rarities is part of R&D. No, it's not. The bomb, rare, and mythic has always been an issue in draft, and adding more is not fixing anything. So this also almost sounds like they're talking about power creeping everything up so that rares and mythics aren't really as powerful as rares and mythics. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Why are there only 14 playable cards? I mean, there's always only been 14 playable cards because there's a land. I don't. Anyway, moving on. Will playing in limited events cost more? Likely, yes. Why is that? Because play boosters cost as much as set boosters, not as much as draft. Even though they said earlier it wouldn't, and then immediately 2 sentences later said it cost more. But anyway. And then down here at the bottom it says, and that is all I have to say about play boosters. So there you have it, guys. That's the skinny on it. I didn't read through everything for you guys. If you guys want to read, you can go check out Rosewater's post. Because Lord knows he needs some help because somebody needs to have an intervention of this dumb fuck. How do I think this is going to affect Magic in the long run? I think this is a good move to eliminate extra product because we don't need draft and set. Hands down. That's my first part. My second part, it doesn't solve the problem of all the extra cards with extra art they make that people still hate. That's the next thing that's the easiest thing they could have fixed and not done this thing with draft and set. However, I'm okay with having just play boosters and collector boosters. They're right. It's fucking ridiculous having all these different products. I'm glad they've at least remotely heard somebody yelling from the opening of their butthole to pull their head out of their ass long enough to understand some of this. So, now, of course, that comes with raising prices, which is probably the real reason behind all this, that they made all this other stuff up to collude the fact that we're raising prices anyway, which we talked about earlier with Ixalan. Now there's going to be another price raise. Again, they're finding new and creative ways to milk your wallet while not really caring about the game because game pieces. They're going to find out what game pieces really mean when nobody buys the product. So, moving in the right direction, still a long way to go. I'm happy to see this. Me personally, get rid of the list slot. It was cool the first year or so. It's really, really just put that shit in Secret Lair. And guess what? You already do and nobody buys it. That's why nobody wants Secret Lair and that's why nobody wants the fucking list slot. So let's just do away with both of them, right? Can we just go there for the love of God? Anyway. Well, guys, that's my rant and TED Talk for the day. Sorry it went over. All in all, I think it's a good move, but they got a long way to go if they think this is the reason why people don't play draft in stores and why people don't play their product in stores. Who knows? Maybe another 5 years they'll figure it out, about when the company's ready to go under. Who knows? So, until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table. Later, player. Man. It's kind of like when you got like a turtle head poking out and you fart and it just kind of slips by. That's kind of what this is.